ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। सर्वेभ्यः नमांसि पुनः स्वागतम्. This series of lessons from Bhagavad Gita is very important to understand and to practice in our personal life, in a sense that there are many Shastra Granthas, Samskrita Granthas, but it seems that some of the concepts and ideas are beyond comprehension. It seems to be, but it is not. In fact, if one is matured enough, it is very easy to understand. Considering today's generation altogether, it needs an assistance. It needs the auxiliary text to support the understanding of common man about Bhagavad Gita and many other texts. So Bhagavad Gita is one such text where we try to ease the process of comprehending the topics mentioned in other Shastras. So here we are in the second chapter, but we are here to explore a thematic understanding of Bhagavad Gita through selected shlokas. So today we are going to dwell upon two very important concepts. One is how the process of destruction happens within a person who is completely attached to something. So this is one. The second one, the importance of Shanti. Shanti is to maintain the calm condition of the mind. Calmness of the mind is very, very important. So these are well connected. These appear one after the other. The first one to look at. After presenting the qualities of Sthita Prajna, Arjuna's question, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha, Samadhisthasya Keshava. So in this series, Krishna brings up a topic. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangaha teshu abhijayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodhaha abhijayate क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So starting from ध्यायतः विषयान् पुंसः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. This is the sequence of steps one after the other, starting from the focusing or dhyana in general. Dhyayataha vishayan pumsaha. Vishaya is an object. The object which is received through the senses. For example, before me there is a chair. So chair is vishaya for my eyes. Similarly, the sounds are vishaya for my ears. Taste is vishaya for the tongue. So Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha, dhyana is focusing or the long prolonged connection, prolonged association with any object of respective senses. For example, you have been watching a particular video for some reasons, or you are asked to watch that. Then we develop a type of association with that. So in psychology it is called association, meaning there is something and you are associated with that, and you have a connection, you feel that there is a connection between you and that vishaya, that object. So this is the long association of the sense and the object is called dhyana. It is not simple process of attaching the sense to an object, but it is instilled in the mind. So this connection between the object and the senses is developed in the mind, and when the mind is involved in the process of this association, it is called dhyana. So in general, dhyana is meditation, right? So meditation is closing the eyes and thinking about something and going deeper. In fact, this dhyanam is not exactly the meditation. So meditation is it is a combination of many steps which are different from each other. For example, in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, we have dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. With the word meditation, are we saying the dhyana or dharana or samadhi or something beyond? Is not very precise. So to be precise, dhyanam is to elaborate the connection or to have a contemplation on something is called dhyana. So here, coming back to the shloka, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. Pumsaha is the man, the person, the human being. Vishayan pumsaha, the one, by having a prolonged association with the object of connection, of relation, sangaha teshu abhijayate. Sangaha is the the stronger relation. Okay, satsanga we say, right? Satsanga meaning to be along with sajjana. That is sangha. Sangha is being together. So this association between the object and the senses make a stronger relation between the object and the senses. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangahateshu upajayate. There will be a rise of stronger association because of the connection between the sense and the object. And sangat sanjayate kamaha. When there is an association built between the object and the sense, then there is a desire. So desire is the consequence of association. So this is kind of memory built within the mind between the senses and the object because there is an association, prolonged association. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. Then there is a desire. For the prolonged association, there is a rise of desire. And kamat krodha abhijayate. Sangat sanjayate kamaha, kamat krodha abhijayate. In the absence of what you desire, there is a rise of the krodha. Krodha is anger. Anger comes out when the desires are not fulfilled. When the connection is built with the object, when that is not fulfilled, then there is a natural consequence called krodha. Anyone you see being angry, then it is in reference with something. Okay, the father gets angry with the son because the kama, the desire of father making child to follow certain things makes father angry. Okay, and in general, any krodha is coming out of this kama desire. You want that to be like that, and it did not happen. You wanted that in a particular way, it did not happen. The kama is not fulfilled, the krodha comes. So it is a psychological consequence of not fulfilling the kama, that desire, converting itself into krodha. Then krodhat bhavati sammoha. Krodha results in sammoha. Moha is the closure of your vision. That is called moha. Muhyati. One will not know what is happening around. That is called moha. So, krodhat bhavati sammoha. Whenever the person is in angry mood, whatever happens, the person will not either respond or uh, the person reacts rather responds. So it is very very important to not to get to the stage of the anger itself in the beginning. This is the initial stages of how destruction happens. So krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sammoha is closing the vision, unable and incapable of analyzing the situations around. Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Smriti will be lost. What is this smriti? Is it just a memory? No. Smriti vibhramaha means what you have stored in the mind. You have to do that, you have to do this in different situations. That smriti will be lost. Okay, smriti is not just the memory but knowing what needs to be done in a situation. For example, when you are doing something wrong, you have learned that this is not the way that you should do but the other way. But when you get angry about something or someone, you will lose that memory of what to do and what not to do. So, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshat buddhinashaha. This smriti bhramsha, when you lose the memory in the context of what to do and what not to do, the buddhi, the viveka, right and wrong, dharma and adharma, what needs and what does not need, or what is required or what is not required, what is correct, what is incorrect, what is true and what is false. This viveka, which in other words called buddhi, will be lost. So buddhinashat pranashyati. So this destruction is nothing but losing the viveka, or the ability to discriminate between right and wrong, good and bad, false and true. All these, one needs to have the ability to discriminate two things. Okay, black and white. Okay, red and blue. So when there is a difference in many things, you should have the ability to differentiate. So this ability to differentiate between two things, two opposite things, or sometimes two similar things, you need buddhi. So buddhi will be lost. The moment one loses buddhi, destruction itself is the consequence, is the result, is the outcome, is what is the output of the whole process. Where did it start? From dhyana. And where did it end? In destruction. So this sequential events happening one after the other as a psychological process, as a psychological steps, are analyzed with these two shlokas. Very important lesson. And where we have we have to be more focused in this process is to identify which stage we are stuck up with. Okay, whether we have kind of association, whether we are developing the kama desires towards that, whether the desire is turning into the krodha, whether the krodha is consequencing in the loss of memory, and smriti bhramshat buddhinashaha, whether we are losing the discrimination ability because of what we need to know in the context to do right or wrong things, and buddhinashat pranashyati. So this is the two shlokas, 63rd and 64th of second chapter, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangaha teshu abhijayate sangat sanjayate kamaha कामात् क्रोधः अभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So this is one concept to identify our stage or our positioning in the whole process of self destruction. It is not everybody is doing the same. If at all we are in any of these stages, we can reverse this process by reversing it back to krodha, to kama, to sanga, to dhyana. So this is one of the important lessons that we learn out of Bhagavad Gita. This is one section. Second, ashantasya kuta sukham. Okay, shanti. So shanti madhigacchati. Shanti is very, very important. Calmness of mind is important. Why this calmness of mind is very important? Because the emotions or the experiences that you get is only when there is a mind which is calm enough. When you are angry, then you cannot experience anything, because that itself is the state of output through the body or the mind or verbal. So shanti is very, very important. Calmness of mind is what is very, very critical in the whole process of human journey. Any emotion has to be felt, and it only is possible when the mind is calm. When I was learning in one of the universities, premier universities, yes, Vyasa Yoga University, we had a lesson. It was called happiness analysis. What is this happiness analysis? When you analyze the mechanism of how you experience the happiness. If you are a foodie, then you take something which you like, which is edible, which is very tasty for you, and place it on the tongue. If you are engaged actually in that moment with something else, you would not experience that happiness. You eat, you gulp many things into the mouth and gulp, and you do not experience. In order to experience the aha moment of eating is only possible when you are focused on the food that you are eating, and that focus is possible when mind is disengaged with many other things. In today's fast moving industrial developmental condition, nobody has time even to eat. We just take ready made food, and we are very hardly to give any time for eating. But that is what our life, the eating is what is very, very critical for our body, mind, and everything that for whole life. Therefore it is very important that if you want to get benefit out of anything, any process, mind calmness is very, very important. So this is the two little but critical lessons we learn at the end of the second chapter, that is Sankhya Yoga. So with this we learn many more lessons from Bhagavad Gita in the further sessions. Sarvebhyah dhanyawadaha. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. धन्यवादः. पुनर्मिलामः.